Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the door from your Kenmore oven as well as how to take it apart in order to clean the inside glass. I'm not sure if it's going to show up very well in the video, but you might be able to see the white streaks that are running down the inside of the door here. These were caused by some cleaner that I sprayed inside the vent on the front door here when I was trying to clean up some gunk and greasy buildup. Cleaning it should be fairly straightforward once everything's been taken apart. So one of my reasons for making this video is that I couldn't find any tutorials online that covered the hinge system in this stove, so I'll show in detail how to take it off, and once I've got it in the garage I can do a quick run through on how to disassemble the door, as well as put it back together and put it back on. This stove's a bit older. According to the sticker on the front, it was manufactured in December 2007, so it may be an older design. It's possible that the other videos that are out there are of newer models of stove with an updated hinge design. This is a fairly basic model though, so I imagine that it's somewhat common. Fortunately, the door comes out without too much work. It can be taken out quite easily by one person and doesn't require any tools. So here we have the hinge, and at first glance it isn't really obvious how to take it apart. Other models seem to have a different system with a tab or a lever up here that's released with a butter knife or a flathead screwdriver. This particular stove, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it has kind of what looks like two hinges, as well as a little catch right here that swings up and down. So what we're going to want to do is take the little catch here on the bottom hinge and get it over the notch here on the top. To do that, we just want to open the door all the way up and then put a little extra force on it so that it gets pushed down a little bit more. And once we do that, it's really easy to just slide that little catch over and hook it on. And then we'll want to do that on the other side as well. Same thing. Okay, so once you have both of the catches hooked on to the notches on the top hinges, all you really have to do is just lift it up a little bit and it should pull right out. It might seem at first like it's maybe binding or catching a little bit, or it doesn't want to go, but just lift with a little bit of force and it should come out fairly easily. I'd say lifting it about 6 inches is good enough. Once you have the door off, you can take an old towel or a sheet and put it down on your kitchen table or workbench and start taking it apart. However, it's a good time while you have the door off to maybe clean down in this area at the bottom of the oven. It can get pretty grimy down there, and a cleaning cycle doesn't normally get down in that area. So once you have your door laid out on a table or something, you can start taking it apart. There's a bunch of screws that will need to be taken out. A couple for the handle, a few on the side here. But the main reason that we needed to take the door off is that there's a bunch of screws all along the bottom here that wouldn't be accessible with the door attached. So we'll work on taking those screws out, and then we'll try and take the door apart. So once you have the screws out, the glass pretty much lifts right out. Just point out that the only screws that I took out, I can show you on the other side, are the two white screws here, the three black screws in the bottom. I left these silver screws, which I believe are for the hinges, and then I took out the screws for the handle as well and took the handle off. So that's all you need to do. It's really simple, and then the glass should lift right off. Like I said, lift straight up, and the glass should come right off. Although you'll probably want to be a little more careful than me and take this other trim piece off before doing that. Once you have the glass off, it's pretty easy to clean the inside here. And once you have the outer glass cleaned, you can carefully set that aside and start on the inside glass. So once you've cleaned the inside glass, you might want to take it a step further and take out this piece right here and clean the rest of the glass. There's actually two pieces of glass in the door here, so we're going to want to take this metal piece off and try to clean between those two pieces as well. There's just a few screws for that, a couple of black screws at the top, some on the side here, and that's about it. So it should be pretty easy to take out since you already have it most of the way apart. Then you can just take out the inside glass here. You don't have to take out anything else. The pane of glass should just lift right out. You just need to be very careful not to break it. So if either of your pieces of glass here are stained, like mine seem to be, just take a piece of steel wool and give it a good scrub, and that should clean it right up. And then once you have your glass clean, you can go ahead and put the piece back in and start putting it all back together. Okay, so to put it back together, I'm gonna do it a little differently than I took it apart. Going to put the oven face down, so we'll put the glass in. We'll put the glass in up instead of down. It should be a little easier to put back together that way. This top piece here that the handle attaches to, it's a little bit tricky to put on. The best way that I found to do it is to do it after you do the screws in the bottom here. And what you want to do is just lift the glass up a little bit, because it still won't be secured down. Kind of slide it into the notches here, and then set it down. The only trick is that you want to make sure that it's sitting flat in there, because sometimes it doesn't go in straight. Sometimes this piece will sit on the edge of the door here and stick up a little bit. But if you get it in there like this, nice and tight with no wiggle room, you should be good to go. Then you can flip the door back over and put on these side pieces here. This top piece should stay on no problem as you pick the door up. What you'll need to do with these side pieces is slide them into the top here and then down into the bottom here. So they should be secure up here and then down here, and then they'll just go in with a couple of screws on each side. And then the very last thing you'll need to do is to put the handle back on. I would recommend putting some thread locker on the two screws, as I know in the past we had a bit of a problem with our handle screws coming loose. So I just use the blue thread locker medium strength stuff. Just put a little bit on there on each of the screws, and then you can put the handle back on. And that's about it. Once you have the handle back on, you can go ahead and put the door back in your oven. So the door should go in really easily, just like it came out. Basically put it in at about a 45-degree angle and drop it down. Just make sure that it's in there properly. Then just like when you were taking it off, you want to put some extra pressure on it to force it all the way down. And then you can release these little catches. And you're all done. Thanks for watching.